Hi, I'm William J. Seguera. Injuries can happen anytime and anywhere. So we can all be heroes and help save lives. That's why we need to learn at least some protocols and steps in doing first aid. So in this video, I will be demonstrating the first aid of arm dislocation and ankle sprain, which usually happens in sports. And we need to learn those techniques to help save lives. So I have here my DIY human and my DIY leg. So first, you have to assess the victim's level of consciousness. So you have to ask if they are okay. Are you okay? Okay. So sometimes silence doesn't always mean yes. So if they don't respond, they are probably not okay. Next is call medical services. So you can call your local emergency hotline. Next, you have to check the victim if they are breathing or have any other bleeding injury. Then check for PMS. P stands for pulse. So you have to check for the pulse. Then M stands for motor. So you have to check if the victim can move his or her hands. S stands for sensory. So you have to ask the victim if they can feel anything. You can ask them to rate the pain from 1 to 10. So next, if the victim has an injured arm, you have to put a sling around the injured part in the most comfortable position. Then we have to tie a triangular cloth and then put it in the most comfortable position for the victim. So make sure the victim is in a comfortable position and then put the sling around the injured part and then tie it behind his neck. And then apply a swath. Then check for the PMS of the victim to make sure that it did not affect his pulse or blood flow. Now when you're done, you have to wait until medical services arrives. And then that's it for our demonstration of first aid for an arm dislocation. Now let's move on to first aid for ankle sprain. This is also used for strains and leg dislocation. So we will use the Price method. So P stands for protect. So you have to protect the injured part to avoid infection. R stands for rest. So you help the victim rest to avoid sudden movement on the injured part. I stands for ice. So put ice on the injured part of the leg. But make sure not to put it directly onto the injured part. You have to wrap it around a cloth to avoid frostbite. C stands for compression. So, apply a bandage around the injured area and the ice pack. And lastly, E stands for elevate. Keep the injured body part raised above the level of the heart at all times possible to avoid swelling. So that ends our video demonstration of first aid of arm dislocation and ankle sprain. So I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you. Bye.